Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm going to show you how you can make this winter headband in the easiest steps. Well, the main purpose of this video is to teach you how you can make the triple braid with the needles, and then you can use them and you can make it in different braids. But today I'm going to show you how you can making this headband. It's very easy to wear. I know that right now in so many countries it's very cold. Is it still cold? So you need to have your head and your ears have a little bit of protection, and with this you won't tussle. So it's very easy. I will give you, remember, all my secrets and tips to make it. You will see it's very fast, and also if you need to sell, well, this is an amazing break, an amazing idea to start your own business. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's completely free. And well, as you know, first I will give you the material list, and then I will give you the step by step, and I hope that at the end, if you like it, you can share this video. But well, let's don't lose more time. And if you don't know how to knit, well, this video is perfect because it's for beginners. Well, we have two options. We can use one skein of yarn of this medium weight yarn number 4. It's a little bit plain of this brand. I will use it. Or you can use 100 grams of this medium weight yarn too, and it's a little bit like more puffy and with more volume, you can see it. And but we will use the needles. We will use the needles of number 7, and we will use an embroidery needle 2 and 1 stitches holder. Well, remember that the main purpose of this tutorial is that you learn how to make the braid, the triple braid, okay? So you will see how easy it is. And to start, remember that we are going to make a sample, and to make this sample we are going to make a headband. So for this headband we are going to use 1 thread, and we will cast on 23 stitches. I know that there are a lot of ways of how you cast on the stitches, but to me this is the easiest way, and with this way you won't waste any material. When we finish to cast on the stitches that we need, we will knit the first stitch like this, only in the first row. Then we will pour the 4 coming stitches. We are going to pour, placing the thread in front like this. Okay, so here we have the 4 stitches. After, we will knit 15 stitches. 14 and 15. Well, as you could see, we have left 4 stitches. Well, these coming 4 stitches we are going to pour, okay, like this. And we are going to respect always the last stitch. We will make it pour, okay, to have the edge straight and uniform. So well, here at the beginning again we are going to pass the first stitch. Well, this will be the second row of the series, okay? So at the beginning we are going to repeat. We are going to pour these first stitches, the first 3. Remember that we only passed the first one, and then these coming 15 stitches we are going to pour. Remember that in the last row we knit. Well, here we are going to pour, and then we will finish the last 4 stitches making pour, okay? And like this, repeating these 2 rows and repeating this series, we are going to continue making 5. Well, let's make a review. Here I finished to make the second row. I mean that you will have 5 rows at the end. So remember, as I told you, we are going to alternate. Here again we are going to repeat what we made in the first row. So remember that in the last row we pour the next 15 stitches. Well, here we are going to knit them, and we will finish to making pour in the last 4 stitches. Then when we came back, We will repeat at the beginning, but we will change the second row where we are going to pour. And remember to have your stitches holder. But well, let's finish this row and see you. Well, here I'm finishing the last 4 stitches, and remember I'm making 4. Well, remember the beginning and at the end will be the same. We are always making 4, and on here the stitches in between, it's the ones that we are going to change, ones we are going to knit and ones we are going to pour. Like this we will have 5 rows. Well, if you count, here we have 5 chains. So we will count them like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, now after these 5 rows, we are going to divide because we are going to make this braid in 2 parts. Once we are going to take the first stitch and we will hold them in the holder stitches, and then in the next row we are going to divide the next 5 stitches, okay? But well, we are going to divide, okay? Here at the beginning I made the first 4 stitches, I make them 4, okay? Then we are going to take the next 5 stitches and we are going to keep them in the holder. Okay, once we have these 5 stitches here, we are going to place them here. It is important to place these stitches always at the front of our project in the right side. Then we are going to knit the next 5 coming stitches. So here we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, once we finish, we are going to take the stitches that we have in the holder and we are going to take them back to the needle like this. Okay, please count that you have 5. So here we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, well then when we finished, we are going to knit these next 5 stitches. Okay, so be careful. I know it might be a little bit not difficult, but this must be a little bit tight. So be careful. We will count and we will knit 5 stitches. 3, 4, and 5, and then we will continue with the rest. We are going to knit the next stitches, and remember that the last 4 stitches we are going to make them 4. I'm sorry, I have a little bit of flu and nothing serious, just a little bit of flu, but sorry if you hear my voice uh, like this, okay? But well, we will finish making the last 4 stitches, make them 4, sorry. So as you could see here, we have the first part of the braid crocheted. Well, again, we are going to make 5 rows like the ones that we have made. Remember that we are going to alternate, and after that we finish these 5 rows, again we are going to cross the braid. So well, now here in this row we are going to make all of the stitches 4, and then we will come back and knit the 15 stitches, then we are going to pour, knit, pour, and like this until we finish to make the 5 rows, always respecting that the last and the first 4 stitches of the row we are going to pour. We are going to put a marker here to point it out where we crossed the last time. So after this means that we have to make 5 rows, and again when we finish to make these 5 rows we are going to cross again. And then when you finish to cross, we are going to put a marker again so we can point it out and we can have the record where we crossed the last time. Well, here we finished to make the next coming 5 rows. Now it's time for us to cross again. So remember, as I told you and as I explained at the beginning, we are about to divide this braid in 2. So we first took the first 5 stitches. Now we are going to take the next 5 stitches to cross. So here I already get ahead. I made these stitches in 4, so now I'm going to knit the next 5 stitches, and then the next 5 are the ones that we are going to take them in the holder to place them later. And remember that when we took the first 5 stitches, we placed them in front. Well, now we are going to place them in the back. We will leave the holder in the back. Now we are going to continue making the next 5 stitches, and we will continue with our stitch, and later we will place these 5 stitches again in the needle. So for now, let's knit the next 5 stitches. Then when we finish to make these 5, we are going to place these stitches again in the needle. As you could see here, we have the stitches in the back, so we will keep them there. So now we are going to place them again in the needle, and this is how we cross. You see? So then we will continue with the stitch. We will continue to knit them, and we will finish to make the last 4 stitches with 4. And then we will place a marker here. That means that we finished to, and that we have just crossed the braid. Okay, but here in my counting I'm missing one, so let me check what happened. Okay, let me check what it's missing. Well, guess what, I already have checked, and here instead of the beginning, instead of only need 5, I need 6. So I will have to come back and fix this. So we will fix them like this, okay? We will take this row out, and we will come back and place all of these stitches in the needle again, like this. Also, if you can, please count, and let's don't lose any stitch. And like this is how we fix, okay? If you have any problem, this is how you can make it to fix it. Okay, don't worry, because if we continue to having these mistakes, it will be worse to fix it in the coming rows. Okay, so here we are again, so please count. We will need only 5. So here we have the first 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here we are going to take the stitch that it's missing, and now we are going to take the next 5 coming stitches. Now that we fix it, we are going to take them again and place them in the back, and we will continue. We will knit the next 5 stitches. Then when we finish, we are going to take the stitches that we have in the holder. We are going to take them back to the needle. We are going to knit them, and we will finish to make the last 4 stitches with 4. But well, I want to finish this row with you so we can review and you can solve all your doubts. So here again we are placing all of the stitches again in the needle so we can cross them. So we are going to knit them like this, and remember that when we finish to make this row, we are going to come back and make the next 5 rows. We will start making these 15 stitches in the middle. We are going to pour them, then we are going to knit, then pour, knit and pour, and again we are going to cross. Okay, but well, remember it's important to place here a marker to point it out where we cross. So after this means that we have to make 5 rows, okay? And then the next time that we cross, we are going to place the stitches in front, and then also we are going to alternate. The next time that we have to cross, we are going to place the stitches in the back, and like this, okay? In between, each time that we cross, we are going to make 5 rows alternating the 15 stitches in the middle once we are going to pour and once we are going to knit. Okay, like this we are going to continue repeating this series until and crossing the braid, remember, until we get 45 centimeters for an arrow. Remember that we are making a headband for an arrow. Okay, so we will need to have 45 centimeters. Okay, so see you there. Well, look, at the end I complete and I made 50 centimeters. Remember that we divide and we make the braid in two parts. First, we divide the first 5 and then we make 5 rows more and then we divide the next 5 and we cross the next 5 stitches. So look at the wrong side and this is the right side. This is the marker that I used to point it out the last time I crossed, so I will take them all. Well, look, at the end, remember that we started making 5 rows, and at the end, here is where I finished to cross. So I will stop. I want to make the next 5 rows because I will join with the rows that I made at the beginning, and at the beginning I made 5 rows. That's why I'm going to stop there, and here is where I'm going to bind off to sew. So well, we are going to bind off like this. Remember that we take 2 stitches together, we knit them together, and then we come back with 1. You see? Well, like this we are going to bind off all the stitches and then we will sew. So well, at the end we will take a long thread. We will use the same yarn that we are using to knit, and we are going to use the embroidery needle. I suggest, if you don't find an embroidery needle, a plastic embroidery needle that the one I'm going to show you, I suggest that you sew with the eye. Okay, I will show you how. For example, imagine that this is a small embroidery needle, that you didn't find a plastic one. Okay, so let's imagine. So we will use the embroidery needle like this. Especially I like to use the eye because with this kind of yarn, because it's more puffy and it has more volume and it's more easy to damage. Okay, so that's why I like to use it like this. In this case I'm using the invisible stitch, the one that I always like to use, one stitch from each side. Okay, so like this is how we are going to continue until we finished. Now I want to show you, remember that at the beginning I gave you 2 options of yarn, one that it's more plain and this one that it's more puffy. So look how it looks. This is with the other yarn. Look how the braid looks. It looks good, right? I think for other braid, for a poncho or for a sweater, you can use this kind of yarn. I think it's perfect. But well, for this headband, I think this one is the one it looks better the most, right? So well, with this we've finished. Well, look, at the end we were going to plain the stitch and also we are going to plain the braid, so it looks so beautiful, right? Remember that you can also wear this as a neck too. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed making this project with me. I hope that this idea helped you to make other projects, to make a poncho, to make a sweater, to make a cardigan. You can make a lot of things. Also, you can use it as a decoration to make a blanket and many other projects, okay? But well, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It's completely free. You can click just the red button and you are subscribed. And thank you if you already are subscribed. And please don't forget to follow me on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and now I'm new in TikTok. I try to be available in all the social media so we can be in touch. And remember that I have my Spanish channel where I share these projects first in Spanish and then I translate them in English. But well, thank you so much. Thank you for spending this day with me. See you in the coming video. Thank you so much. Bye.